The Columbus Blue Jackets have made the biggest signing in franchise history. They managed to somehow get one of the top stars out of free agency and bring him to Columbus. They signed Erik Gudbranson to 4 years times $4 million. And some other guy named Johnny Gaudreau. I'm obviously kidding. That Erik Gudbranson contract, not the best. But the big news is Blue Jackets signed Johnny Gaudreau to 7 years, $9.75 million per year. Now, I know this video is late, but the way the Johnny Gaudreau news broke, I didn't know what was coming next. I didn't know if there was a trade, and all of a sudden they signed Line. Who knows, probably the second I hit upload on this, boom, Line gets signed and people get traded away. We'll discuss that at the end of the video. First off, let's do a little quick touch on the Erik Gudbranson thing. Jarmo went out and got him. He's a big defenseman. He's going to move people out front of the net. He's not there to score goals. He's not there to pick up assists. He's there to move people out from in front of Elvis and Corby. To me, that's a little too much money. The terms, whatever. Jarmo should have done one of the two. Give him the 4 years or the $4 million, not both. This is going to hurt the Blue Jackets when they go to sign Cole Sillinger and Ken Johnson and Chinnikov and Marchenko in a few years. So hopefully Jarmo could do some cap finagling and the cap goes up and everything works out and this doesn't bite the Blue Jackets too much. There's not a whole lot to say about the Erik Gudbranson thing. It is what it is. Hopefully it works. I'm cheering for the guy. Want it to work, but I don't see this being a thing long term. So I want to break down the Johnny Gaudreau stuff into two parts. One, for the Jackets fans, who this is what you're going to get in Johnny Gaudreau, and two, for people who are watching this video who are not Jackets fans, of what Johnny Gaudreau brings to Jackets and what the Jackets can offer Johnny Gaudreau. So first, about Johnny Gaudreau. Last year, he played all 82 games. He had 40 goals, 75 assists for 115 points. That is the fourth most points ever by a player to leave his team. The three people above him are Marcel Dion and Jaromir Jagr, tied at 121, and some guy with 149 points named Wayne Gretzky. Now, yes, it was only the second time ever he's played a full 82 games, but there's a couple of other seasons there where he's played 80 in the 79 season. The year before last year, he played all 56 games, got 19 goals. He was this close to the 20-goal plateau. 30 assists for 49 points. Every year, looking at stats, if he plays the full 82 games, stays healthy, he's going to get at least 20 goals. So the Jackets are getting a bona fide 20-goal scorer. The lowest number of assists ever he's put up a season is that season, the 56-game season where he put up 30. He's at least a 40-assist guy, so at least a 60-point player minimum. Minimum is 60 points. He is going to be a problem for people to deal with. And it also takes pressure off of Line, because most nights teams are going to look at it and go, okay, well, they have Patrick Line. We need to defend him. So they put out their top unit against them. That leaves Johnny Gaudreau. Realize that's a problem and they shouldn't do that as Gaudreau's torching them. It's like, okay, we'll put our top guy on Johnny Gaudreau. And then Patrick Line is now getting more space. He has less of a competition he's got to go up against. He's going up against second and third pair guys, and he starts to torture him. It just brings a little bit more skill throughout the lineup. Another thing that I did find interesting, though, is that apparently he's really good friends with Eric Robinson. He's going to be in Eric Robinson's wedding later this year, so maybe that helped bring Johnny Gaudreau to the Blue Jackets. And that's kind of a good little tradition I got of going on to the next part of the Blue Jackets have a lot to offer Johnny Gaudreau. They can play him on a line with Jake Voracek, which wouldn't be too bad. Voracek feeds Gaudreau, Gaudreau feeds Voracek. Voracek gets a little bit of scoring touch back. He did not score a lot of goals last year. He was mainly feeding guys, which, cool, that's why the Jackets went out and got Jake Voracek. I could see a center of either being Ken Johnson. Blue Jackets took him 5th overall last year in the 2021 draft, or Cole Sillinger, who they took 12th overall last year in the 2021 draft. At 18, Cole Sillinger played 79 games, had 16 goals, 15 assists for 31 points on a Blue Jackets team that, quite frankly, was not the best. Another player I could see Johnny Gaudreau playing with is on the other wing is Oliver Bjorkstrand. Feed him some pucks. Oliver Bjorkstrand has a great shot. I don't know if Gaudreau could play the right side. Maybe Laine could play the right side. You put them two together for a shift and go to the McDavid-Draisaitl route where they put the two really good players together and they just torch everybody. I'm going to guess they're going to be on the same power play unit, and just that power play unit should kick into high gear. I see a lot of people online just being trolls. I don't know the better, misinformed. I don't know the exact word to describe what is going on online, where they are just dumping on Columbus. They have two very good goalies in net, in Elvis and Korpisalo. They have a very decent decor that should be getting better with Werenski. Peak stepping into his own. He's a very good right-handed shot defenseman. They got Boquist last year in the Seth Jones trade. He's continuing to take steps. Jake Bean, they also picked up in that Seth Jones trade by sending the second they got from Seth Jones to Carolina to get Jake Bean. He should be taking another step. He had a very good late year last year. Gavrikov's a strong shutdown, stay-at-home defenseman. Nick Blankenberg, who they qualified on, and I'm going to guess he's going to sign, had a very strong, I think, 10 games with the Blue Jackets. He looked really good, did not look out of place so well, actually took some spots away from the established defensemen that are there. You have Gudbranson coming in, who's going to be just throwing people around. So that decor is starting to shape up a little bit. You have, with Johnny Gaudreau coming in, if Cole Sillinger and Kent Johnson takes strides like they should be, you have a very good top six. You have a very good middle six. You got Texier, who was on fire last year until he got that wrist injury, and then a couple of family members passed away, and he went back to France for the rest of the season. And then even at Worlds, he played for France, and it was pretty much every goal France scored, he either scored it or was one of the two assists. He was doing really well for France, so he still has a scoring touch. You got Eric Robinson, who's not as skilled, but he's a very big body, just like Josh Anderson was. So if he takes a step, that'd be very good. You have Chinnikov, who was selected in the first round of 2020, that nobody thought about. He has a very good shot as well. Marchenko's coming over. He's finally going to make his Blue Jackets debut. He's been touted as one of the best prospects that is not in the NHL. And I know most Blue Jackets fans are excited to see what he can do. So if this gives him a little bit of shelter on the third line, maybe start him in the AHL, let him get used to North American ice, and torch that league up, because he's going to light it up wherever he goes. But unfortunately, with Johnny Gaudreau signing, in order to keep Laine, the Jackets are going to have to make a move, because they got about $3 million in cap space, a little over it, and I think Laine is going to be about $8.5 million per year, roughly-ish, maybe 9, right around in there somewhere. And sadly, the contract that I see getting moved out is Gus Nyquist, who has been really good for the Blue Jackets, didn't play at all in the 56-game shortened season with an injury. But last year it came on, the Blue Jackets looked better with him in the lineup than they did without him. But he makes $5 million, 5.5, I believe is the exact number. This is his last year. I could see him getting traded, creating the cap space in order to sign Patrik Laine. So I know whatever happens, Jarmo is going to do the best thing he can for the Blue Jackets. He got Johnny Gaudreau and put to bed in the narrative that nobody wants to come to Columbus, because one of the top guys in the free agent market said, I know I have offers from the Islanders and the Devils and the Philadelphia Flyers, all teams really close to my home, but I'm going to go to Columbus. There are reports out there that John Davidson did a very good job of selling the team to Johnny Gaudreau and be like, hey, this is what we have to offer. This is going to be us over the next 7 years, and just basically sold the team to Johnny Gaudreau. And the Islanders and Devils really didn't do a good job with that, and that's why he chose the Blue Jackets. He left money on the table because JD did such a good job. Who knows what's going to happen over the next couple of days and weeks and months until training camp starts. But all I know right now is Johnny Gaudreau is a Columbus Blue Jacket. So, with that being said, click like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. I know I haven't done a lot of videos, but I didn't have a whole lot of time. I'm making time for this, and hopefully I can make some more time this next season to do more videos after the games. So thank you very much for watching, and that was it. And until next time, I will see you later.